maybe like that. I wish I could show you this setup right now because it's honestly hilarious. Okay, wait, no, let me. It's kind of embarrassing, but it's also hilarious. Okay, wait. No judgment, okay? We're friends. I took my webcam and I put it on top of, here it's on the screen. I put it on top of a straw on my cup. Welcome to, oh gosh. Welcome to, let me make sure it's recording. What if it's like not? It's recording. I'm using a new software that I got for school to transcribe interviews. And anyways, welcome to rant and eat soup with me before physical therapy in 1 hour. So what I want to rant about today is this whole process of me going through trying to like figure out this phone situation, which has been unfortunate so far. Yeah, so I have decentralized my iPhone, which basically means there's still notifications on here for like my Google Home, Google Nest, whatever camera, and then just a couple other notifications, but for the most part there's no notifications. The screen is black. My home screen is this, which I had to do through the Dumb Phone app that I paid for. And honestly, I wasn't even mad about paying for it because I was so frustrated with the process that I have gone through that I was like, I don't care. It was $10. So, you know, whatever. You can see my apps are muted. Oh gosh. I was hoping this would be better than my other camera, but it's still a little shaky because it's unstable. But my apps are, you know, muted. They're one color. The background's dark, whatever. It's not pleasing to look at, which is the point. So I went through this whole process of like looking up, and I'm still kind of going through it, looking up different dumb phones, flip phones, whatever. And in the last video I showed which one I had ordered. So this is her. I did put a pop socket on her, but it's a different one. It was actually on clearance at Target, so this was great. It doesn't collapse though, so that's unfortunate. But, oh, and it's because like, she's a little slippery, you know, she's whatever. I decorated her and everything, and you know, she flips and she closes and it's amazing. And you know, let me turn her on. So she's cute. I love her ringtones. You know, nostalgia. The buttons are fun to push. It's run by Kai OS, which is fine. She does glitch out from time to time, which is kind of funny. I feel like it's to be expected. Don't mind me, I'm just eating my soup. Oh, okay. You see what I mean? But wait for her to turn on. But she's cute. And the only complaint with this that I have, oh, I have a new voicemail. I forgot I forwarded my calls to the phone. I might need to fix that. Let's listen to my voicemail. Can I?
Voice message and 2 saved messages. New message.
Oh. That's for a contract editing position we're looking for. But yeah, this is my little background. She's cute. It's been really fun taking this. Oh, the only complaint I have with this is the button, the ring size is really tiny. So when you're trying to like navigate, you gotta like really make sure you get in it. It has YouTube, which is hilarious. You know, you can watch stuff on there, but it's okay. I mean, but that's the point, right? But you know, I've texted people on here and it works and everything and it's fun. But I have gotten a lot of anxiety over the fact that I feel as if I cannot function without specific apps on my iPhone day to day. And I do have my iPad, but I feel like I have been using it in a negative way to replace my iPhone, because obviously that's exactly what it is. And I don't know. It's just not a good solve for what I need, what I needed, what I wanted. And the even more frustrating part about this is that there's like no options. It feels like there's no options, or you have to search a lot to find good options for alternative phones. And even with the flip phones that are available, some are just very expensive. Like I shouldn't have to pay $400 for a flip phone or ship one from Japan, right? To get the apps that I need. So yeah, just a lot of frustration in this process. I'm going all over the place, but there's a lot of videos on YouTube that talk about people who have tried a flip phone for a week or a month or 3 months or a year, whatever, and for the most part they are successful. It seems like, or they say, oh, I would do it again. I like if I could just have this, I would. I did carry it around with me for a couple days. I took it with me to a concert. I took it with me to a baseball game. And it's really freeing, feeling like you're not disturbed every 2 seconds. And it doesn't make you feel like it's calling for you, like it needs your attention, because that's how I feel with my iPhone. But the frustrating part is that those videos that talk about getting a flip phone and all that don't talk about the negatives or the challenges. And I feel like a lot of those that are more like successful with it don't have as many responsibilities that require the use of a smartphone. Because like I said, I was getting a lot of anxiety by feeling like I was gonna miss an important call from my boss, like our CEO. Anyone from work can call at any time of the day, and it's like, yeah, you should separate work and your private life, right? For the most part, I do. But I also recognize that there are instances where I do need to be contacted, at a certain time, or like there's an emergency or whatever. They don't happen very often, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. Hold on. Can I pause this? How do I pause? Okay, I have another example. Hold on, wait. Okay, let me go backwards. Things that have been anxiety inducing about this process. I have had the same phone number since I was in the 6th grade. I am going to be 30 this year. So that means I've had the same phone number for like 15, 16, 17, 18-ish years. I don't know, math. And what's like, I had to get a new phone number for this phone, right? And I was like, okay, because in my last video, if you hear noises, by the way, that's Georgie playing with his little keys toy. So in my last video, I talked about how this phone has an eSIM and this phone has a micro SIM or whatever SIM card. And like I said, I still needed stuff from this phone to operate with. Frustrating. So I only shared my new phone number with like certain people. So my mom, my dad, my boyfriend, my very best friends, people from work that I work with all the time, every day. And then I forwarded my calls to this phone. So at least I would get calls. I tried to look up to see if there was a way to forward text messages automatically, and you can't. I know some people who have done this have sent automatic messages from their iPhone to the person contacting them saying, hey, I'm using a flip phone, here's my new number. But I didn't want to do that because I feel like I'm in a lot of group messages for work and school, and I feel like I didn't test it, but I feel like what would happen is if people message the group, they would be getting the message, from me every time, and then it's just more stressful for like everyone, and I want to reduce stress for everyone, especially myself. So anyways, the phone number was, I think, the biggest issue, right? And then I went through the process of like, okay, what if I went to AT&T, took my eSIM off or whatever, transferred it to a regular SIM and put it on this phone. But then the thought again of like the group messages and getting individual messages every time was like so anxiety inducing and overwhelming that I was like, this is not, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And yeah, I've been going through this for like, what, 2 weeks? Trying to rack my brain how to do this. What else? The other things I don't like about the flip phone is that I can't have like Live 360 on it, which is really important to me, right? So my family and my boyfriend, you know, can track me or I can track them, whatever, just to make sure we're safe if something ever happens. So like that's really important to me. My banking apps are also pretty important to me. I check them every day, which I could do it on the computer, but sometimes like you're out at the store and you need to double check on something or you need to make a payment and like you need to do it then. I guess you don't have to, but like those kinds of things. So that was also frustrating. What else? Yeah, I don't know. It's just been more difficult than some people have portrayed it. And yeah, it could be easier for other people. Like maybe they are not as busy with work and they're also not in a doctoral program or whatever and need their devices to function. So I kind of went back to the drawing board yesterday after being really sad and kind of determining that the flip phone was too extreme. So we have two extremes, right? We have really technologically advanced and we have minimally technologically advanced, which is the point of this, right? But I went back to the drawing board. And I was really adamant at finding a solution that would work for me because going through this process, as I've struggled with the flip phone, I have tried more and more to decentralize my iPhone until I got it to what it is right now. And more I'm realizing I hate my iPhone. I hate it. I love it and I hate it, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't know how to describe the feeling. I can't anymore. I just can't. For my own mental health, for my productivity, like I just can't do it anymore. I also realized that I have had an iPhone maybe like 15 years since I was in high school, I think, a freshman in high school. So it's crazy to me to reflect on this and think and ask myself the question of like, how much has the iPhone actually changed over the years? Because every time I upgrade to a new iPhone, I think I've had 4 at this point now. I'm not somebody who gets one every year. Maybe like every 4, 8, 12, 6. Yeah, like every 3 to 4 years I get one. And every time I transition, there's no noticeable difference. Like, yeah, the cameras are better. I think the biggest difference I found with this one, which is the 16 Pro, is the flashlight. That's the biggest difference. And what was cool to me about it is that, you know, you can like narrow it in or you can make it broader, like more shallow or more far. That was what I noticed. I played with the Gen AI stuff for like 2 days and never again. This camera button I've used twice. I've had this thing since like September or something of 2024. And it has like I had an iPhone XS before this, and the only reason I updated to this was because that one was pissing me off because it was starting to get really slow and I had already changed the battery in it. So that's why I got this one, and I was really excited about this phone. I was so excited. I was so proud to have this phone, the newest one with the AI, whatever. And I don't know, it just doesn't, don't get me wrong, I love Apple products. Like, I love my iPad. It's so fun. You can be really productive with these tools. I'm not a MacBook user. I never have been. I like Windows. I prefer Windows, PC, whatever. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm disappointed in the creativity of Apple or what. But like this has become so anxiety inducing for me. And there's days when I'm here in my home office trying to work and this thing just keeps going off and off and off and off, and I have to put it like on silent mode, and I put it to the side. But even when it's on silent and it's to the side, I still feel like I'm being bombarded, if that makes sense. I still feel like it's there, staring at me. It's there. Maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. But anyways, so going through this process, I went back to the drawing board, right, like I said, and I researched even more phones because I was like, surely there has to be something else out there. So there is the Light phone. I'm gonna pull it up on my computer so I can see it while I'm talking to you about it. Wait, can I share my screen on this thing? I don't know. So, like I said, I'm gonna pull it up on my computer so I can see it, and then I'm gonna talk to you about it. So there's the Light phone, right? Which is sold by the company, the Light phone. I looked at this very briefly, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't love the look of it. It's too square. It looks like it would be awkward in my hand. I appreciate the company for what they're doing. You know, but also I just don't think it's the right approach for me. And it's really expensive. The new one that's coming out, the Light phone 2, it says it's $800. It's on sale right now for pre-order at $600, but that's a lot for a phone that does nothing but be a phone. Like, how much? Let's look up iPhones. iPhone. The iPhone 16e is $600. The iPhone 16 is $800 and the 16 Pro is $1,000. And the Light phone is $800, $600 with pre-order right now. That's a lot. Like, and I get it, maybe it's a smaller team, you know, they have their reasons for their prices, but like that's just not something that's going to work for me. So then I kind of got into, I don't know, I searched dumb phones. Can you stop, Georgie? I searched dumb phones, and when you search dumb phones, you just get like the flip phones that show up a lot of the time. A lot of people talk about the Punked, but that seems even more minimal to me than what I have, the Nokia. You also Light phones. There's just not a lot of options for less advanced phones. I also came across E-Ink phones, which is something I had never heard of and I did not know existed. But I do have a Remarkable. This is what it looks like. And it's similar to that if you know Remarkable. So I came across the Bigme Color E-Ink, which looked really cool. And I was like, oh, maybe this is the approach. But I watched some videos on it, and I think that would get really annoying to me for a phone. Like, I don't think I could put up with it. So, like, that did not work as an option. There was another one that I saw that's an E-Ink phone, which is cool. The Mudita? I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. The Mudita Compact phone is also E-Ink, and that one's pretty cool. But again, I think I would be super frustrated using that phone. But then, and I don't even know how it came across to me. I don't know. I was going back and forth between Google and YouTube, like looking these phones up and looking up reviews and what's the interface like and all these things. The one that came across to me that actually has checked all of my boxes. Is, and I can't remember the name of it for some reason. Oh, okay. So this company is called Techless, and they created the Wise Phone. And the Wise Phone, I'll put it on the screen, seems to be everything that I need it to be. It has the simplistic look of the list feature, and it has a camera, which is, not essential, but it's nice. It has maps, which is fantastic. Messaging and calls, of course. But what's really phenomenal about this phone, and I don't have it yet, I ordered it, just to be upfront with you, I did order it yesterday. To me, what's really phenomenal about this is that they actually vet all of the apps that are allowed in the App Store to download to your phone. And the reason that that's like cool and kind of, don't want to say revolutionary, but like it's the only word that comes to my mind, is because they take so much care to vet these apps to make sure they're not distracting, to make sure they're not unhealthy, to make sure that you are actually only using the tools in your toolbox, which is what they actually call it, your toolbox, that you need to be productive every day, to live your life and not be distracted and get things done. There's no like internet browser app. You cannot get like Target or Amazon apps. You can't get TikTok, obviously, social media apps. But you can get all your banking apps. They're on here, password apps, Spotify, Waze, Airbnb, like WhatsApp, wellness apps, baby monitor apps. I even see like American Airlines app. Maybe you travel a lot. There's the apps that I need to get into my work email. The Authenticator apps are on here. Even my app, the app that I need to get into my building, is in here. And like Life 360, like all of those things that I need every day to live my life, like to actually make it easier. To function are in here. Say hello, Georgie. Yeah, and they have a little thing on here, a little note pop-up, can you not, that says the Wise Phone 2 is designed to help you reclaim your time with features like a 64 MP camera, long-lasting battery, and a focus on healthy tech use. No social media or web browser distractions. And that to me is really great. And I'm actually really excited to use it. I hope it's what I want, like what I have been wanting and craving and needing for my soul, my mind and my soul. And yeah, so that's kind of like the solution that I've come to for now. I'll keep y'all updated on how it goes, but this whole process has been frustrating, and I feel like I'm breaking out of a sort of simulation where nobody has questioned that we're in a simulation, and everybody just accepts the fact that the number one phone in the United States is the iPhone, or that everybody has smartphones and it's completely normal to cross the street while looking at your phone, or just these things. Is this what you want? You want this toy? Like, nobody questions these things anymore that are actually really weird. I'll admit, I don't know who doesn't, but like, I hate it when I'm having a conversation with someone and they are staring at their phone and they don't look at me. It's so frustrating, and I feel like people are not central to the world anymore. Oh, look. There's my alarm. She's so cutie. Thank you. She's telling me I need to go get dressed for PT. But yeah, anyways. I feel like people are not the central idea anymore. We're not central to our own lives. That's what it is. That people are not central to their own lives anymore. it's the devices. And I have come across some other videos that say it's not necessarily the phone, it's what's on the phone. It's the social media. It's the, I guess it's mostly just that. It's the shopping. I don't know what else people use, the games, but to me, it's just too much. It's just too much. And I think the best way for me to focus on me and my family and my relationships, is to take that away. I know some people will say, like, why don't you just control yourself? Like, it's literally an addiction. It's an addiction, just like any other kind of addiction, an alcohol addiction, a drug addiction, a sugar addiction. It's an addiction because you get dopamine hits right every time you're looking at stuff, and you can be trying to look up one thing, but as soon as you see this image on YouTube, you have to click on it because you need to know what it is, and then you go on a rabbit hole, right? It's an addiction. It's designed to be an addiction. And if you don't believe that, look at your screen time. You know, I don't know. It's not an addiction for everyone, for sure, but for me, it has become that. So I'm scaling back. I'm still working on this process of trying to figure out what's best for me, and I will keep you all updated. I am really excited about my Wise phone coming in the mail. And and the best part is I will get to keep my own phone number. So I'm really excited about that. That's going to take a little bit of work because I got to go to AT&T and get a SIM card and all that. But I will get to keep my own phone number. So that makes me happy. And like I said, literally yesterday, I had a friend who I have not talked to in like 2 or 3 years reach out to me randomly. And like, I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose that. So that's really important to me. And I have a lot of contacts, and I don't want to go through every friggin' contact and say like, oh, should I send them my number? Should I? Like, no. If people want to get a hold of me, I want them to be able to get a hold of me. So anyways, that's all for this video, you guys. I don't know. I hope you learned something from it, and maybe this whole setup will be better for my vlogs right now. I do want to get another camera, but money is kind of money's kind of tight right now, so I am waiting. So anyways, I hope you all have a great day, and I have Pachaco here. Oh, okay. Pachaco says goodbye. Bye!